Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm Nancy, and this is the only podcast that says...
You want to be the one in control. You want to be the one who's alive. You want to be the one who gets old. It's not a matter of luck. It's just a matter of time. Stand out on the edge of the earth. Dive into the center of fate. Walk right into sight of a gun. Look into the new future's face. Face. Yeah, fate.
Face.
Yeah.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, I know that.
The first line, I was like, my curiosity is why, though? Why are you pulling out a... I mean, that's old school. Old school.
Well, first off, that is my all-time favorite 30 Seconds to Mars song.
I know.
Yeah. But, it was one of those things, and it's like that odd thing of, like, when I'm listening to music, I don't always listen to your music.
I would hope not.
Well, no, but
most of my music is angry.
Right. But, 30 Seconds to Mars is yours. I like 30 Seconds to Mars, but that's yours. Linkin Park, that's yours. Well, I like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But yesterday when I sent you that video of the chicken singing The Kill, it was one of the rubber chickens, and it was hysterical.
It was.
But I had a thing in my head where I was like, man, I want to listen to some 30 Seconds to Mars. So I went back to the first album.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not a fan of new 30 Seconds to Mars.
Well, when I want to listen to 30 Seconds to Mars, I pull up the first one, too.
Yeah. The first album and then the second album.
But I'm okay with some of their new music. Not
Right.
all of it, just some. Yeah.
You get up to the fourth album's the one where it starts to get,
No, that's where you start to fade away from it. Not everybody.
Well, but it becomes... That's where they go from being, a rock band to being, I don't know...
I can't blame them for the fourth one. You can't, because the fourth album was, if you recall, when they were being sued by the record label, and it was a forced album. So we're lucky it even sounded good. You know what I mean? So...
But there's some good music on that album.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's a completely bad album, but it is where it starts to turn.
Yeah.
That's... City of Angels is a good song. But, the Kanye, the 30-minute video, and you have, Kanye and all these people talking about how great Los Angeles is. I'm like, oh, man, this is rough.
Well, I think his music now, he's trying to go toward a... what he's going for is toward, a younger crowd.
Yeah.
And that bothers me, because I like 30 Seconds to Mars. Well, I love 30 Seconds to Mars. But I like old school more than new school. But I'll still listen to them.
But, I mean, it's that thing... I love Springsteen. Okay?
Yeah.
But I reach a point with Springsteen where, I'm like, boy, that's just awful music.
Right.
Well,
I did that with Linkin Park's last album.
Yeah.
That was not good music at all.
No. But, But
and I shouldn't say it wasn't good music. It's not Linkin Park.
Right. But that's the weird thing. If it's an odd evolution when you listen to 30 Seconds to Mars, because it's those first three albums go hard.
Yes.
And,
then all of a sudden it's pop.
Yeah, and it's not even, good pop.
No. Yeah.
It's an odd thing of, how they, because, those first three albums, the evolution there, I'm like, this is good, Well,
I don't know. The new song he put out, Life is Beautiful, is actually a really nice song.
Yeah.
I like that song. But I've only heard two off the new. I don't even know if the whole new is out
it's
yet.
Out, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I'll have to visit that and listen to the whole thing. But that first one they released was a nice one.
Yeah.
I played it in the jukebox at work the other day.
It's okay, but it's this oddity of
I think they did good their last one when they let Shannon do a song.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that because he's good.
But also, it's 30 Seconds to Mars, and there's only two of them.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it started off as what, a 5-piece, right?
No, 4.
4-piece.
Did they only have 4? Maybe they did have 5. I don't
think
know.
it
I
had
thought
5.
it was 4. I thought the one dude took over for somebody. The
Maybe,
one
yeah.
that eventually left, and they just kept it 3. And then when Tomo left, that was it.
So when we saw him the first time, there was 4 guys on stage.
Right.
And then
The second time there was only 3.
the second time there was only 3.
And then the last time
And
there
then
was only 2.
Yeah.
So we actually seen them live
We've seen
during the evolution of the moving members. Yeah, because if you remember the last one, we were like, "Where's Tomo? Where's Tomo?" And then,
like, it was like-
wait! Some guy came up, and he was like off to the side. We're like, "That's not Tomo." And then he's like, "Well, somebody won a contest to play with 30 Seconds to Mars on stage tonight for a couple songs, not the whole concert." But I was like, "Well, that doesn't explain where Tomo is." No word.
Yeah.
And then the next day we're sitting in Bahama Breeze and you're like, well, I know where Tomo is. And I'm like, is he alive? That's
Yeah.
all I cared about because they played, And that was when they found out 2 days before he quit the band.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I liked Tomo. But it's funny because now he does cooking shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
Who knew? He must be a good cook. It's what him and his wife wanted to do, I guess.
Well, I think also, like, if I recall correctly, he was pissed about the direction of the band.
I don't know. I never really read into it because I respect and admire his work. So
Yeah.
I don't want to mar that. And
Yeah.
if I read bad that against the Leto brothers, I'm gonna be like, I hate you, Venom. And I don't
Yeah.
want to at Tomo because what if he joins another band?
Yeah.
Or goes back and does like a reunion or something? I don't want to think bad of the man because he's very talented. Yeah, so I'll keep out of that news.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like...
But that's something that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
like
Jay-
the direction you're going. Let's break up the band. No, please just agree. Agree.
Yeah. When Jason Newsted left
Yeah.
Metallica.
Well, I honestly believe when these bands get together and you find a gem like Jason Newsted, you should sit down and be like, look, 5 years from now, we're probably going to veer off a little of the Metallica path. I hope you're okay with that. You need to sign this agreement telling me you are and you will not leave the band because of, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dudes, think ahead. Because that was sad. I like Jason Newsted.
Well, so do I, but, like, I mean, I also respect him for, like, saying, like, I have an integrity.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Like-
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Like, musically, I disagree with what we're doing,
Right. Well, that's a lot,
Yeah.
But it seems to be a lot of my bands. My favorite ones, like Queensryche. It's like, dudes, get your shit together,
Yeah.
It's like, come on. So, and I'm trying to think of another one. What's another one that I liked that? I can't even think now.
Well, like...
And you can't say Marilyn Manson. That dude goes through
Yeah.
people playing his band more than I change my
The
underwear.
one that always cracks me up is when Fleetwood Mac fired Lindsey Buckingham on the final tour.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that happening.
Like-
Yeah, it's so long ago I forget what all went down.
Yeah, I mean, he was, like, pissed at everybody, and they were all pissed at him, and, they're like, well, you're fucking fired. And he's like,
You're fucking fired.
like, how do you fire Lindsey Buckingham
Yeah.
on the Going Away tour?
Yeah,
Like,
he should be one member that's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
like,
well,
who the
yeah.
fuck sang Go Your Own Way?
I know, but the freaking politics in that band.
Well, yeah,
The
I mean,
shit that went on in that band, I'm surprised they
Yeah, I
even
mean, that-
made music, honestly. I am surprised they produced anything, the bullshit that went
that
on
was
in
40
band.
plus years of hijinks and shenanigans.
Exactly. But some really great fucking music came out
Yeah.
of it. So, I mean, when Stevie Nicks went off and did her, Belladonna, oh my God.
Yeah.
You were just like, damn, So, it did produce something good. Or something good came of it. Great, I should say. Yeah. That's that.
I would bring up the Eagles, too, but I know that you hate the Eagles.
I don't hate the Eagles.
You don't? I thought
I
you
absolutely do not hate the Eagles.
I know Ian does. Maybe that's why I'm confused.
I just think I don't need to hear them all the time anymore because they were like shoved down your throat for a while. It's like, yeah, I'm eagled out, but I do like their solo stuff.
Glenn Fry.
And Boys of Summer, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't turn it on today to listen to it, but I wouldn't turn it off if I was somewhere or freak out if I was somewhere and heard it. Yeah, that's so weird. Where was I sitting the other night? I was sitting in a restaurant somewhere, and Huey Lewis and the News came on. And I was like, wow, that's somebody you don't really hear about too often. But, of course, the person I was with has no fucking clue who they are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, I just don't hear that lately. You know, and I was like, I should play more Huey Lewis because I liked Huey Lewis.
I had that day. It was the funniest fucking thing in the world. During the summer, I was listening to Huey Lewis in the News. And I drove to Target, and I pulled in the Target for my pickup. And I've got all 4 windows down, and I'm blaring, you know, hip to be square.
Hip to be square.
Like,
and they were like, you are not hip, dude. You
and like,
are totally square.
and like the funny thing is, it's like, Huey Lewis in the News is probably the most inoffensive band that there has ever been.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You listen to their songs, and it's like, you know, the closest you get to, like, controversy is I want a new drug.
Right.
You know,
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And, like, I pull up, and I'm jamming Hip to Be Square, and I had these people, they were 2 spots down from me, just glaring at me as they wound up their windows.
You were offended by Huey Lewis.
They were. Like, and I mean, like,
thank you.
I was just like, really?
Yeah. Well, I wonder what they would have done if you would have rolled up with Rainbow Connection.
Oh, that day. I've never
funny.
seen you so embarrassed to be with me in your entire life.
No, that was embarrassing. Oh, it ain't as embarrassing as what was the day we were on the Elizabeth Bridge going home, and we were at that red light coming off of it, and I was driving the Scion, and there was a song on the radio, and the kids next to us started singing it, and I was like, I wanted to turn it down, but I couldn't.
I can't remember.
God, it was an old song. It wasn't. It was like a Van Halen song or something like that we just had on. I can't remember what that was.
I don't know.
Like, I couldn't even look over. I was so embarrassed. I was
Yeah.
like, because you're like jamming with them, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I can't remember what that song was. I thought maybe you remember because it was funny. It was funny.
I'm just trying to, like, you know, like, running with the devil. You know, and your kids next to us like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Van Halen. I was just saying it was like a band, a random band that I would have pulled like one song up out of. Yeah. So anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry. Went off on a music tangent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so, like, that's the funny thing. Like, so, like, has there ever been a time where you, like, I guess you kind of answered it a little bit, like, but you hear something from a band and you go, fuck, I should listen to that more.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, anywhere you go, like, I'll be in Gitgo.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, damn, I haven't heard that in a while. And then I'll go out in the car, pull up Spotify, and put it on.
Yeah.
You know, it happens to me all the time.
Does it?
Or I'll just even hear an artist, and I'll sound hound it, and I'll be like, I need to listen to their old shit because I haven't in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that, like, came back, like a comeback and made something new, and you were like, I know who that is. I just don't know this song, and I remember the other stuff they did, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Oh, who was it? And it isn't even a band. It's like one of those guilty pleasures. I was listening to something, and Enrique Iglesias came up. And I was like, man, remember when I used to listen to him all the time?
Yeah.
Like, he stopped making really good music. Like, I'm pretty sure he's still making music. It's just, I don't hear anything good out of it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But, man, the stuff that I listened to, I really miss that.
Yeah.
Still haven't went back to that, though. I don't have any of that on my Spotify.
Yeah, that was a real phase you went through there, your Enrique Iglesias phase.
I would still listen to him today.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever he's doing now, just, because that's where I was like, it sounds like Enrique Iglesias, but I don't recognize this song.
Yeah.
That's when I signed on it, and it was like something new, and I'm newer, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. Yeah, he did that one video with the chick from the OC.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was always a little cutie pie. He was.
Okay.
He was. He had a good voice. Plus, it's kind of weird because my mom and dad went to see his father one time.
Yeah, Enrique.
Yeah.
Good old Enrique.
No, he's Enrique. Julio, yeah. So. Yeah, but he's like married and got kids with that tennis chick or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got hooked up on that crap. But he was making good music there for a while. He just like disappeared. So, yeah. So it wasn't a band. Sorry, you said a band.
No, but I mean, like any like a band of an artist like that, yeah.
Or you'll hear one of those off songs that they had in the 80s, and you're like, man, I want to listen to that popular one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or vice versa, because I was a B-side person. Love
Yeah.
listening to B-sides. I'd buy that album or the record just to listen to the B-side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, I gotta go listen to that. Because now you can pull up anything on Spotify. If you subscribe, you put
Damn near.
Yeah.
There are some stuff.
There's a couple things that used to be on there and is not on there anymore, but I'm guessing it's like playing rights or whatever came into that. But for the most part, I can find anything I want on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times, though, it's only live versions.
That's the weird thing. Like, I remember like a while ago, and this was years ago, I wanted to listen to Def Leppard. And I wanted to listen to old Def Leppard. And I'm looking it up, and there was nothing. Like, the only thing you could find that was, like, had old songs on it was, like, a live album from, like, 2015.
Exactly.
And I was just like, what? And you do the research, and I was like, they're the album rights weren't, it was like a weird thing. And I was like, wow, that's just odd. Like,
it is odd, because, like, I was at work by myself the other morning. I opened by myself, so I was like, "Ooh, good time to play the jukebox," and I wanted to listen to Sarah.
Yeah.
From
Fleetwood Mac,
Fleetwood Mac, whatever. Only one on there is live, and it sucks bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear it ever again.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that live version again. Or like that band that my friend turned me on, that Messiah.
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to that Killing Darth Vader with my
Yeah.
only live version, and it is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is so slow and so dry. Can you imagine that song being slow? No,
That's
absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was like, never again will I pick live. And the sucky part is, like, you got to pay an extra credit for the live ones.
Yeah.
So you're paying more money to listen to live ones, and they suck.
Yeah.
I don't care that they're 2 minutes longer. They suck. So I was like, lesson learned on the second one, never do that again. So it's hard to even, like, that's a Touch Tunes one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some songs that were like the live version is superior to the studio version.
Oh, I'm not saying
Right.
it's not. I'm saying on that
You're right.
platform, I won't
Right.
ever listen to that live anymore.
Right. I mean, if you give me the choice between, turn the page, the album version, or turn the page, the live version by Bob Seger, I'm going live every
Yeah.
time.
Oh, there's a lot of live stuff I rather listen to. Like, excuse me, Linkin Park's live in Texas.
Yeah.
I love listening to that thing all the way through.
Right, but that's a little different because that you saw them on that tour.
Okay, even if I didn't, I would probably like to listen to
Like,
it.
like I don't like buying live albums for the most part, or listening to live albums, because being at the concert is an experience. And I understand, like, the live album is supposed to give you something of that experience.
Right.
But you don't get it. Now, if I've seen that band live, I enjoy the live album a little bit more.
Okay, what about that Depeche Mode one where he was whacked out of his mind?
But they were so fucking good. Like, no joke. When I saw Depeche Mode live, like 3 weeks later, the lead singer went in the rehab. And, like, so it was like, he was high as a fucking kite when I saw him live. But they were amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it was phenomenal. And I was like, man, if that's how good you are live, like, high as a kite, then, it's kind of like Keith Richards. Like, you don't want
Right.
Keith Richards sober, ever.
Right. Yeah.
Because Keith Richards drunk and high, you get dun-dun-dun,
Yeah.
Keith Richards sober, you're not getting.
Well, it's like Aaron Lewis, happy, sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me the sad, depressed Aaron Lewis, not the
Sad,
happy.
sad, depressed Aaron Lewis gives us Stained.
Yeah.
Happy, enjoying life Aaron Lewis gives us Country.
Yeah, we
What
don't
the
want
fuck?
that. We don't want that.
No. I hate to say it, sir, but I need you to be sad and
I
depressed.
know. He needs to go back to Stained.
Yeah, so I hate to say it, but, like, Aaron Lewis just needs to be sad and depressed at all times.
He does. Break the Cycle is an amazing, amazing piece of work.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, it honestly is. Like, that's an untouchable album.
Yeah. Yeah. He had some. I don't want to say the whole albums, but damn near.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't complain about Stained. I think he's one of the greatest songwriters of our time.
When he's depressed.
Okay, I will agree with you like that. Now, I don't like country and I don't listen to country. Right. I can't stand country, whatever. But the lyrics are still there.
Yeah.
And you know it.
Yeah.
So
it's just now about, his truck and his dog.
Right, and his kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. If that's the way he wants to go, just don't call it Stained. That's all I ask you. And
he doesn't.
And he doesn't. I know he doesn't. Yeah. So, because it's not.
You got to wonder if, the rest of the guys, you want to do what?
Or they might have encouraged them, and they're doing their stuff now. And eventually they'll be back around. They all come back around.
I know,
we'll
but it's just
Stained again.
There are times Darius Rucker becoming a country star makes sense. Hootie and the Blowfish was borderline anyway.
I don't know. I never listened to him. I don't like him. I couldn't even name one song. I probably recognize I've heard it, but I couldn't name it.
I've heard "I Only Want to Be with You." Everybody's fucking heard "I Only Want to Be with You."
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't like it. Don't like it.
But they're from North Carolina.
Wait, that's Hootie and the Blowfish that sings that?
Yeah.
Oh, they play that at the bar all the time. We're like, fuck, hate this song. Now I know why.
Yeah, it's Hootie and the Blowfish.
But it's just that he's rolls his fucking words together.
I only want to be with you.
It's just that's nerve wracking. Yeah. You're like, what? Okay.
But it makes sense because it wasn't that far of a walk for him to get to country. Yes. You know what I mean? Right. But there's just Aaron Lewis to country is that's the further the next furthest jump would be rap to country. You know what I mean? This was a huge leap in my opinion because there is nothing about Stained that says.
Well, not entirely true. When they come up with that, what was it? The V. What was that? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Give me a minute. I will tell you because they had that one song, and it was country-like.
Okay.
I don't want to say one song. There's a few of them on there. I'm not going to say one. But hold on. Stained.
Nancy is researching.
I am researching because I know what I'm thinking of. Okay, discography is this one. The chapter
5.
Right here. If you listen to right here, it has a country quality to it. Yes. Even his solo guitar. Yes.
Okay.
No, Schizophrenic Conversations is not, and it's a really good song if you never listen to it. But yeah, it does have, so I can see, but not until then.
Right.
Everything before that, no. Yeah. I don't hear any of that.
No.
But at that point, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, eh. And then it went downhill. I think the last time we saw them live, I was like, what is happening here? Yeah. Because he didn't even sing half the time. He was like, you guys know the words. I'm like, well, we want to hear you sing it.
But also, that's the one concert I can say, and we've seen Stained, I think, 2 or 3 times.
3.
And every time you played the game of, well, where's Aaron out on the stage now? Because he just disappears. There's no spotlight.
Nope. But you can hear him.
Right. He's singing into the microphone. You can hear him. But, he would just, disappear in, the back.
You have no idea what he was
you had
doing.
no idea where he was.
He could have been walking among us.
Yeah.
You
had no clue. He just, but that was Stained. And that was what was interesting about them was, he didn't want the spotlight. Yeah. And now, as a country star... He does. It's a very weird thing.
Yeah. But I think that was part of his transition into his life got better.
Right.
So good for him, but...
Yeah.
Sucks for us Stained fans.
I'm on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We are all on the outside of that one.
Yeah.
Any Stained fan out there. But there's a lot of people, you mentioned Stained, and they're like, who? It's like, how do you not know them? God.
But that's that thing though of if you mention a song, one particular song, okay, that band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll still say that, and people will be like, "No idea who you're talking about," and they listen to that kind of music. And I'm like, "How do you fucking know Linkin Park and you don't know Staind?" Like that just seems weird to me, you know. Now, 30 Seconds More as I get, people don't. Everybody looks at me like I'm nuts. They're like, we have no fucking clue what that is. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like one of the greatest bands ever. But I'm like, you know who Jared Leto is? No. Who's that?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that played the Joker. Oh, yeah, he played Joker. You're just so frustrated over the damn thing. But I get it because there's people, I have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Right.
It's the Staind thing, I'm sorry.
Right, no, you're fine.
I know, I got off there for a second.
No, you're fine.
It's frustrating, man. Everybody should like and know everything I know and like. No, I'm kidding. You think about it, Sean, our music taste really is not that similar.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is not.
There are connections.
Yeah.
But like no, it's
like,
not.
The 80s part of it, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I apologize, excuse me. For the most part, our 80s is almost.
Right.
But then I get into the Marilyn Manson and shit on that side with the 90s grunge and that, and you could care less about 90s grunge.
Right, yeah.
But I'm like huge into 90s grunge.
Right, but I wouldn't consider Manson grunge.
No. I'm not saying Manson's grunge. I'm saying that type of music that I listen to.
Right.
Manson, Toll, Perfect Circle,
yeah,
Primus, shit like that.
Yeah, no, I have no interest in that whatsoever. But
like if I throw on Gary Newman, you don't complain because you're okay with that.
Yeah, because if you want to classify that as an industrial, because here's like the odd thing, like I love 9 Inch Nails. You know what I mean? Like 9 Inch Nails to me was the epitome of 90s music.
Not for me.
The Downward Spiral was like the perfect 90s album.
I don't think it is.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Okay.
But like I do, like I think like the first time I heard 9 Inch Nails' first album, Pretty Hate Machine, I was blown away.
Right.
Like that was like what is this?
Right.
Where has this been hiding all of my life?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's odd that I don't go further down that rabbit hole though, like to Manson and Primus and stuff like that. Like I stop at Nails.
Okay, but if you're talking grunge,
If we're talking,
Toll did appear in the grunge era, by the way.
right? They appeared in the grunge era, but they're not grunge music.
I'm talking more. Well, I mean, they were at Lollapaloozas and shit, so
Still not grunge.
whatever. So you can argue, but you can't. You can't because of. Anyways, I'm talking about 10. Or
10?
like Alice in Chains Unplugged, or shit like that. That's perfect 90s albums.
Right, like, okay, like, you're right, like, Pearl Jam 10 is one of the best albums ever made. I can't deny that.
No.
You know, Alice in Chains Unplugged is probably the highlight, the high point for the Unplugged series.
Alice in Chains and Nirvana, number one with that.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like, that's the high bar. I can't deny that.
But I mean, their albums also backed it up, you know?
Right.
Like Facelift and that backed that shit up.
Right, but to be able to deliver with the Unplugged, like Alice in Chains did and like Nirvana did, was, I mean, Nirvana's version of that Bowie song, I can't think of the name of it right now. It was on the Unplugged album.
I know, I can't think of it either.
Yeah. Like, that's to me is like the version.
Damn it, what is the name of that song? Yeah. No, you're right.
Like, it's better than Bowie's.
Yeah. Man, you know how high I hold Bowie.
You're right.
But you got to remember, Alice in Chains they were the band. I mean, he was the man.
Right. No, I agree. I 100% agree. Like,
they found the voice, and it was him, you know? Too bad he was a fuck-up.
Yeah, I mean,
he was the voice of grunge. I'm sorry. Lane Stanley was the voice.
Over Chris Cornell? Like, I give Ian a pass because Alice in Chains is one of his all-time favorite bands, if not maybe it's probably his second favorite band behind Metallica.
Okay, I ain't gonna say anything because I fucking love Alice in Chains.
Right.
I listen to it all the time.
So Ian says Lane Staley had a better voice than Chris Cornell, but you and I know Chris Cornell is the voice.
See, that's the whole thing. If you're going to say who has a better voice, you know I'm going to lean toward Chris Cornell, but man, the type of music that Lane Stanley made, or I should say sang, it wasn't the same type that Chris Cornell was singing, even though they were both grunge. You know what I mean? Like his voice was just, it was haunting.
Right.
And it was just so sad and sorrowful. Like it wasn't the high-pitched Chris Cornell amazing voice he had. But I can't say he was better. It was different.
Right.
But it was just as great.
Right. And I put, to me, like right there with those two, is Scott Weiland.
See, I'm not a big Scott Weiland fan. Talent and all that, and they had great music, but I wasn't them.
Yeah, I was.
There was like a couple grunge bands that I was like, eh. You know, like them, what was that, Screaming Trees or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were awful. But bands like Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam and that, Nirvana and that, of course we're all going to hold them at, they were the bands then. But you know, you also had the lesser bands, you know, like Concrete Blonde. Nobody ever talks about Concrete Blonde. And why not?
Right.
They were fucking amazing.
Right.
Amazing. You know, where's those bands' recognition?
Right.
You're always Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, which they deserve that.
Yeah.
But let's give the little guys a little boost once in a while.
Mother Love Bone.
Yes, Mother Love Bone.
Yeah.
Well, before the Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was good music. I really liked Andy. I liked his voice.
Yeah.
He was a fuck up.
Yeah.
We're all fuck ups. We're all fuck ups, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I could talk grunge music all night. You got to get on a different subject. I'll keep you going for an hour because of my love of grunge. But that's the whole era thing. Because you got to remember also, coming out of Seattle, nothing to do with grunge, was Queensryche. And Operation Mindcrime is one of the greatest albums ever created too. So there you go on that spectrum.
And then you also have Heart.
Heart. Remember that song they had on the singles CD?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good. And it wasn't Heart. It was just Nancy Wilson.
No, that was when
they
were the Love Mongers.
Right. So they just put it on as Ann and Nancy Wilson with the Love Mongers.
Yeah, but they did the remake of the Battle of Evermore.
That's it. That's the one.
They did the remake of the Led Zeppelin song Battle of Evermore.
But on that soundtrack, it's really
yeah.
That whole soundtrack was amazing.
Because they did when Led Zeppelin was given like the presidential, I can't remember what it was, but they were at the Kennedy Center and they had these and they didn't perform because they were being honored. Okay. And it was Ann and Nancy Wilson doing Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah. And so you got Ann's voice and Nancy's guitar.
Oh, God.
Doing Stairway to Heaven.
That had to be amazing.
Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
it is.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'll check it out later.
Like, Jimmy Page is sitting on the edge of his seat.
Really?
Yeah, like you can tell, like him and Robert Plant are both like leaning in because, it's like these two little girls are just completely taking what we made and making it
even better.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing that's hard for Jimmy Page. His music.
Well, yeah. I mean...
Don't tell Christine that.
I know.
She still hates him.
I mean, Jimmy Page is the GOAT.
You know what, though? He's got talent. What was that movie we watched that he was in?
It Might Get Loud.
Yeah, him, Jack White, and The Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody should watch that. That's
a documentary. Really, if you love music, you should watch.
Yeah. Because at first, when you first put it, because it was when you were still getting the CDs,
Netflix,
disc, and you were like, I ordered this one. I'm like, oh God Almighty, I'm gonna have to sit and watch this because there's nothing else, and blah blah. And you put it in, and like 5 minutes into it, I was like, what is going on here?
Well, that documentary opens up. That documentary opens up with Jack White taking like a piece of wood,
Yeah.
a string, and an amplifier, and
Yeah.
making guitar.
And some
like,
kind of Coke can or bottle
Yeah.
or something was involved in that.
yeah, and like
I
you know,
was just like amazed. I was like, "What is this?"
and he's like, "This is an electric guitar."
I was like, and he played it.
Yeah.
You were like, "Fuck." Yeah, and then what? Jimmy Page came in, and then Edge came in, and when he started talking about how he started and the sounds he made, you wrote. I was riveted. I was like, Jesus
Like,
Lord.
but you know, like,
why don't I have this talent?
like listening to each of them.
Yes, 3
Talk-
different types.
Yeah, but like they're the way they approach the guitar.
Not only that, are they 3 different types on how they do that, but they're very 3 distinctive. You play something from the Edge, I'm gonna be like, that's you too.
Yeah,
You play something from Jimmy Page, that's
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. Jack White is Jack White.
Yeah.
You know him. So it was you 3 distinctive ones as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I still don't like Jack White, but I respect Jack White.
Oh yeah. After that, I do.
Yeah. Like I don't care for his music. I'm not a White Stripes fan.
Oh, there's some good. They have some good.
They have some good songs, yeah. But you know what the problem
Was
is?
it the whole thing that they said that she was his sister and
No.
not his wife? Does that bug you?
No, you know what it is? It's Seven Nation Army.
Why?
Because that's been adopted by the Baltimore Ravens
Oh.
and Penn State
Okay.
as like their fire-up song.
Now I understand.
They can go fuck
But that
themselves.
song is so good.
It is. I can't deny that. I mean,
The
I get
lyrics to that song. Is
I
good.
get why they use it and everything, but it's just like, you know.
Yeah, I like Jack White. I mean, she's back there on the drum. I fucking
Yeah.
love her. Mad respect for her. Yeah, but there's another one. Yeah, White Stripes was out there for a minute, but they weren't the band. You know what I mean? So give them their recognition. That dude, you watch that documentary, you'll be like, yeah, dude needs to be doing more than what he does.
I don't think he'd be happy though. Like
I'm
you know
not
what I mean?
saying-
Like
yeah.
like I think that's the key. Like he's doing like rockabilly
Right.
and you know whatever the hell else it is he's
Yeah.
doing, and he is very happy doing it, and he makes a nice living doing it.
Yeah.
Plus the residuals he gets off of Seven Nation Army
Yeah.
probably pay for that massive farm he lives on.
Okay, so on the other spectrum of that, you got the Edge. Everybody knows the Edge. Edge has been around since the 70s. Dude is insane. Like, you know Edge. You know. Even
But-
if you don't listen to U2, you hear it and you're like, oh, that's U2.
But what's interesting is like his approach is so different because like Jack White is like his music sounds dirty, and I mean that in like a like you have to take a bath afterwards,
Right.
like or a shower, like
Oh, Edge is more techno.
right. Like he talked about like how the way he like filtered it through computers and massaged it, like the way he was like he wants a clean sound. You know, very clean, very.
You know what I was thinking is U2 is one of those rare bands, because there's a few, I'm not going to say they're the only, I'm saying rare,
Yeah.
that all 4 members are the same since the beginning,
Yeah.
the late 70s.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. That's kind of cool. How many of those do we have?
Not many.
Like all original members, no substitutions.
I think Aerosmith.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's the original lineup. They've never changed that lineup. That's the only other one I can really think of that are like that. Did you see in Las Vegas they performed inside of that dome?
Who?
U2.
No.
Like they're doing a 1-year residency in Las Vegas.
I heard they are, but I don't know.
So there's that big goofy like dome that they built that like it like has like emojis and it looks like an eyeball or like it's like this like video thing.
I know nothing of Vegas
Okay.
except for Hell's Kitchen. I watched that.
Okay. Well, there's this. They built this.
Oh, maybe that'll be one of their rewards. They'll be able to go see you too, and I'll be able to
Maybe.
see it.
So they built this massive dome, and it's like a video thing, and so like at one point like it looked like a giant eyeball.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and like it's
Like on Lord of the Rings.
yeah,
Yeah, what's
Like-
that man?
Sauron.
I was thinking M for some reason.
No.
I fucked that one up.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen Lord of the Rings.
What? You know, they've had like emojis on it. They've had people smiling on it. You know, it's like, but it's just like this big round, like.
Oh, the emoji thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when Christine was out there, she was taking video, and I said, "Look at all the little emojis." Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this massive dome.
Yes.
Well, apparently it's also a concert thing, and on the inside, it's also a massive digital, and they're performing in there, and it's like crazy.
I
Like,
can't even imagine.
I would actually get motion sickness in there.
But I want to know, how much is U2 getting paid to do that? You know they got to be raking in the dough because they're fucking U2, first of all.
Right.
You know, I mean, Celine Dion was making millions out there, you know. Fuck, for a whole year?
Yeah.
Dudes are going to be able to retire right then and there.
Well, I mean, I could probably retire now.
I know that.
You know.
But I'm thinking, like, isn't he the one that does all that Greenpeace? And
Bono, yeah.
there you go. You give all your money to that. It's pocket change to them fools. God damn, to have smidget. They earned it, though. I can't complain. They fucking busted their asses for that shit. I'm coming back.
Okay. So yeah, that was interesting. I watched it. Somebody posted a video of it, and I was just like, yeah, I would not be able to survive this. I would probably get motion sickness.
There are rides at Disney like that.
Yeah.
Even whenever I used to go to Disney, that are serious motion sickness. Epcot Center's Ball is one of them. Yeah, they say that everywhere. Well, they did. I don't know if they still do. But a lot of that like that.
Well, I know one time when I went to Cedar Point, I watched it was like a half-hour movie that was in True IMAX. And True IMAX is two stories. Like it's
right.
like massive, it.
Ain't that theater out in, I want to say Robinson, but I know I'm going to be wrong.
Pittsburgh Mills. I think that was True IMAX. Yeah,
that thing was huge.
Yeah, and but it was a film about speed. And what they did at one point...
Not Speed Racer?
No, not Speed Racer. It was just about speed. And they were talking about, cars and the evolution of speed. And at one point, they had mounted an IMAX camera to the front of a car driving up a windy mountain road. So it was like right on the white line.
I would have been nauseous.
I did. I honestly, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because that screen took up your entire eye view. Like, there was no looking away.
Right.
And it was even if you turned your head, unless you turned all the way around, it was still there.
I would have had to close my eyes. And
it was, at one point, I was just like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that corn dog.
But isn't that the way it was in Speed Racer? People were getting out and leaving because of that?
Yeah, because...
That was brutal. I didn't go see that one because of it.
I did. I went to go see it in IMAX.
And I told you not to.
Yeah. And I was able to control because it wasn't that bad, I thought. But that was still at the end of it, there are a couple of spots where I'm just like, whew, because it was the way it was filmed and the neon and the way, it was just oh man, this is getting a little rough.
Yeah, a little. And the more you turn your head, though, when I'm nauseous, I can't whip my head like that because I get even more nauseous. So I would have had to shut my eyes and hold my hand over it.
Yeah. To
make it stop because turning it would have made I would have puked.
Yeah, it was.
It's awful. That's nausea though.
Right. But that's motion sickness. That's
exactly
what it is.
That's when I was on that ride at Hershey Park. You went forward, and when it came backwards is when it fucked me all up. And
like the laser loop.
Kind of like the laser loop, yes.
Yeah.
But when I got off the ride, I couldn't even turn my head left or right because I got so nauseous.
Yeah.
But after a week of that, I'm like, something is seriously wrong with me.
Yeah.
I would want to puke as soon as I turned my head. So I went to the doctor and he said, you were either in a car accident or you were on a roller coaster recently. And I said, oh, I was out at Hershey Park and I was on. He's like, you messed up your equilibrium. And in 2 months, I had to take medication.
Wow.
And it was nauseous just the whole entire time. So it was like, ugh. Yeah, so it's all from all that motion and shit. But just sitting still and having that, I think that's worse.
Yeah.
Because that gives you a headache as well. Me, anyways. Yeah. Because your eyeballs are like... But that was a big disclosure for that movie, if I recall.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think after opening weekend, but it still tanked anyway.
I never even finished watching it when you got it and played it at home.
It's an odd movie. Like, I like it because...
It was an odd show.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, people are like, this is awful. I'm like, well, no, it played just like an episode of Speed Racer.
Yeah, the show wasn't all...
Yeah.
But, I mean, everybody loved Chim Chim. You know what I mean? So
like,
you tuned in to see what was going on with Chim Chim.
The nostalgia aspect of it was such that, like, you remember the good things about Speed Racer. Like, you remember the Mach 5. You remember the theme song. You remember Spritle and Chim Chim, you know. But, like, when you actually sit down and watch Speed Racer, you know, it is wackadoo.
Wait, isn't Matthew Fox play his brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays Racer X.
Yes, Racer X. Yes. And his father was...
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is he?
Emil Hirsch.
Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
I can see the face, but I couldn't think of the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I used to love watching Speed Racer as a kid, but when I bought you that box set and we sat down and I was just like, I can't sit here and watch it episode after episode.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Give me one in the morning and go. You know what I mean? I'll catch the second one in a week.
But also, it was like that thing of like the same thing like with Airwolf.
Oh my God.
Like we started watching Speed Racer and just like with Airwolf, we're like, this is not as good as I remember.
No. I never even bought the second season or the second and third season on that. Which is sad because, God, I used to love Friday nights because it was Miami Vice and Airwolf. Which is crazy because I can sit and watch Miami Vice all friggin' night.
That still holds up, yeah.
I never ever get tired of that. There are some episodes I get tired of.
Yeah.
But never tired of Miami Vice.
And here's what's interesting. Those are 3 shows. Airwolf, maybe not as much. But Speed Racer, Miami Vice, Airwolf, memorable themes.
Yes.
Okay. Like, you could play the Speed Racer theme for almost anybody and they can identify.
I can hear all 3 of them in my head, yeah.
Yeah. You play the Miami Vice one and...
You would hope they would identify.
Most people would. And I was thinking about this the other day. Like, the Star Wars theme. Mm-hmm. The Imperial March. The original theme of Star Trek.
Okay.
You know, like there's music. I'm speaking strictly from an orchestral or a just musical, not a song, but like a musical piece. That are themes that are 100% recognizable. That almost anybody could pick it out and say, "Oh yeah, that's from this."
That's from this. Yeah.
You know, and I was struck by one that I thought. There's probably more people around the world that can identify this theme when I play it.
Yeah, don't tell me. I want you to play it.
But
I want to see if I can get it.
But there are a lot of people who just wouldn't know it. Like, just it's a weird thing. I think you will. Yes, I hope you will.
I hope I do too.
Your confusion has me dismayed.
Yeah, I am not placing that.
Does it sound familiar at least?
No.
No. Oh, you were going to kick yourself in the ass.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's getting better though. I want to say I do recognize it, but I don't. Wait. Yeah. Why am I not recognizing this?
I don't know.
I know everybody out there is be like, yeah, you know nothing. Your last name should be Snow.
That is Godzilla's theme.
What?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Sean? It's been like, I think I was this tall the last time I heard Godzilla's thing.
But they use it, like even in the new movies, they use it.
You hear it. I hear it in the credits.
Yeah. That. Like anytime Godzilla rises, there's always that bump, like that.
Yeah.
That beginning part. Yeah. Like even in the new movies, the American movies.
Why didn't I catch that? Shit. That upsets me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I freaking love Godzilla. You know that. Like, who pushes to go see the new Godzilla movies in the theater every time? Me.
But like, it's like I always love, like, because like you'd see like here comes Godzilla, and they put there's like that bass part.
Yeah.
And then like you'd see like the armies or something marshaling, and that would be like da 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 da.
Well, I want to know if anybody knew what it was before you told them, or if anybody was like, nah, I don't know what that is. Because I wanted to say it sounded familiar, but I didn't want to lie.
Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe it does. I don't know. Drinking too much. I don't know. That's weird. I'm disappointed in myself, actually.
But it's an odd thing that, like, if I played that for my mom, she wouldn't know what it was. No. But I'm willing to bet there are more people around the world, because it's Godzilla, who would be like, oh yeah, it's Godzilla. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that would be like if you played that Moby song, and they'll be like, yeah, it was in that one movie, but they don't, that is the theme to those movies. You know what I mean? To
Born.
Born.
Yeah.
Why am I saying Resident Evil? Resident Evil was Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born had the Moby song.
Moby song. So either or. So okay. So if you heard that song, The Outsider, you would be like, yeah, I know it from that one movie. But no, that's the theme of that. Every single movie that song runs in the credit. And same with Moby with the Born movies that has Matt Damon in them. Let me be specific. Right. That's the theme of that. So it works that way too.
The first three Matrix movies had the end credits with the Rage Against the Machine song.
Right, exactly.
Like all three of them, and the fourth one does too, but it's not it's the remake of the Rage version, which sucks.
I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, it's if you watch, did you watch the movie at least?
Which one?
The fourth Matrix movie.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I watched it with you, doofus.
Okay. But at the end of it, they did the Rage song, but it was like a remake of it, and it was fucking awful.
I probably stopped and got up and walked away at that point. Don't remember it.
Yeah, because it was bad. I was like, what the fuck?
But there's that too. You play that song, you'd be like, yeah, I know it from that one movie. Well, yes, they're right.
Right.
But there are a lot of songs out there that are in multiple movies that you're like, stop using this song, but it must be easy to get rights to use it in their movie, and that's why it's always there. Like a love song or something, you know what I mean? It's always the fucking same one, and you're like, fuck, how easy is this song to get a hold of?
Like that one Lifehouse song.
Yeah. Like, I could probably get rights to play it in my fucking birthday bar mitzvah or something. You know what I mean? That's how easy it is. I mean, Joe Schmo can use it. So stop.
The other thing, that one song by Lifehouse, it was like in everything.
everything. Every love movie.
Yeah.
Every chick flick there was, you were like, this is why I fucking hate chick flicks.
And it was even in Smallville.
Oh my God, I know. Yeah. Well, that's the first time I ever heard it.
Yeah, it was Smallville,
actually. Then I started noticing it. I'm like, fuck, it's in this movie too. Fuck, there it is again. Damn it, Lifehouse, stop selling yourself out. You're better than that. Because, I mean, come on. Who was it that said they called to get the rights to put it in their movie, and they basically hung up the phone on them? They were like, fuck no. There is no amount of money that you can ever pay from you to use my song in your movie. Was that Kevin Smith and Prince or some shit?
Yeah, well, no, he didn't. He said he couldn't use. He wanted to use for Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. He wanted to use Most Beautiful Girl in the World,
right? And
he also wanted to use Jungle Love. And Prince approved Jungle Love, but said no, the Most Beautiful Girl in the World.
Right. But there was somebody that you were talking about that wanted to use the song, and they said they just even hung up the phone. There was like no response from whoever they got a hold of.
Oh, that was Tony Khan. He was talking about, I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I think Jericho was talking about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, because we were talking about Jericho and Edge and shit, yeah.
Yeah, but they were talking... Yeah, because... When Edge, Adam Copeland, appeared in AEW, he still used the Mangella song, which is funny. They had to change the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah?
The You Think You Know Me?
Yeah.
It's not the same one from WWE.
Oh, I like that part. That was like the only part of Edge I actually liked.
It's his wife now.
Oh, okay.
His wife says
okay.
Beth Phoenix. Yeah,
I can
she's
take
the one
that.
She's the one who says, "Do you think you know me now?"
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so that's kind of funny.
I like when they get their families involved, so I'm good with that.
But because Edge is like friends with the guys from Angelus, he's able to take that song from WWE to AEW. WWE didn't own the rights to that or buy the rights to
that.
He did, in a way. And I'm trying to think who. Well, Tony Khan. The one that I think he was talking about was Jefferson Starship with Jane. Because they wanted to use Jane with Orange Cassidy because that was what he used in the Indies. And Jefferson Starship said no. So they got the Pixie song.
Oh, right. I remember now, yeah.
And then later on
with
like Kansas. Kansas is like,
right.
With the Elite using Carry On My Wayward Son.
Right.
They're like, yeah, this is great. This is like job security. And so I think Jefferson Starship came back around and said, yeah, you can use Jane. And he said he got it at a much better price.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember, okay, so that wasn't a bad trade.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad trade at all.
Yeah, like the one that he said was difficult was when he used the Final Countdown with Bryan Danielson.
Right.
He had to use it twice at two different pay-per-views, but he said it was really expensive.
Right. I remember you said that too.
But
Tony Khan can't afford it.
Right. But what's funny is like, and I don't know if it's like just that song got inflated value from Arrested Development.
Right.
With because like when you hear that song, like it's funny. Like I don't think of Bryan Danielson. I think of Job.
Right.
Joe Bluth is who I'm thinking of when I hear Final.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Whenever he
Magic.
came out, yeah, when he came out, you wanted to be like, no, you wanted to see Joe Bluth with the knife in his mouth, in his white flowing shirt, jumping across the
dancing around like a goof,
like an idiot. Yeah, it was not Danielson coming down like he does the sidewalk, the great Dan.
Yeah,
freaking love Danielson. It just I saw Joe Bluth doing that. Yeah. So there are songs like that then that you can't see it from something else.
Right. But like what's also funny is like in the 90s, like when it was like still like the Wild Wild West with shit like that.
Yeah.
Like AEW used copyrighted music all the time.
Right.
Everybody had a copyrighted song.
Right.
Like Rob Van Dam came down to Walk by Pantera, and I don't think he ever, like, up until he came out in AEW, I don't think he ever had the rights to that. Pantera didn't make a dime off that shit.
Yeah, I don't think no money was exchanged.
Right, and so all the wrestlers came down to like copyrighted music and it's like funny, like now that WWE owns those, all that library, they had to go in and change all the music.
Yeah.
To like non-copyrighted music.
Right.
And so, like, sometimes it sucks because it's like, and here comes the Sandman. And it's like, that is not
the Sandman.
No.
It's kind of like when you watch, like, Married with Children on streaming. That is not the theme song for your children.
Sandman's coming out, but it is not to the Metallica song.
All right, well, here you go. I got a question for you. Speaking of entry music, I've been wanting to ask you this for a while. And don't say Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
What is your all-time favorite entrance theme song?
For me personally, and this is an odd choice, but it is Perfect Strangers by Deep Purple for the franchise Shane Douglas when he was in ECW.
Oh, wow. That's going way back.
Yeah. Like, it was like one of those things where, like, it kind of like with Sandman and the Metallica. I can't remember the name of the Metallica song. What's the Metallica song? was off the Black album.
Wasn't it Enter Sandman?
Enter Sandman, yeah. Okay, yeah. The
I was like, wait, is this a trick question? Because I
no.
could have swore it was Enter Sandman.
Rob Van Dam came
You
out
made
to...
me second guess myself.
Van Dam came down to, Walk by Pantera.
Yeah, exactly. Van Dam. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, missed that too. Whatever. Yeah, I thought he was coming in. What
did.
happened to him? I haven't seen him since.
He didn't have... Like, he wrestled two
I only
matches.
seen him wrestle one.
Yeah, he wrestled the second when he was in a tag team with Hook.
Oh, I must have missed it. Do you still have it on DVR?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, let me know which one I'll watch it. So, anyways, go ahead.
But there was something about, and it was like, again, like that odd thing of like, just because he was so hated everywhere else in the ECW territory, but beloved in Pittsburgh because he was from here. Like when that music hit, and people would just automatically react, and he'd come through the curtain and throw up the three fingers, and he'd use the champ, so he had the belt around his, and Francine was right in front of him, and he was just like, I mean, it, and like MJF stole the Cut My Music as Shane would come down, he'd grab the microphone, cut the fucking music, and he'd kind of promo, and he's just like, fuck yeah. But like outside of that, like, I mean, Ric Flair coming down to the 2001 theme, that's iconic. Like they changed it like in WWE where they got the woo at the beginning, and it's like goofy. But like that, like I think of Ric Flair, I think of like 80s Ric Flair, and like nobody had theme music at that. It was like him and Hulk Hogan had theme music, but he was coming down to 2001 Space Odyssey.
I never liked Hulk Hogan. Like I was one of those people that never bought into him.
Oh, neither did I.
My dad was like, Hogan, and I'm like, Dad, he's a goof. He's a fucking goof.
I was a Randy Savage guy. Like when it came to, if it came to WWF at that time, like I was like, Randy Savage, like this guy should be champ. Coming down to Pomp and Circumstance and everything. Like, oh.
Yeah. I tried to think about that sometimes. Like, what made Hulk Hogan so great? I don't understand.
Because Vince...
I get his gimmick and all that shit, but... And he was talented. He had muscle and he could wrestle. He just wasn't the dude for me.
Right, because he wasn't meant for you. Like, he was, like... I mean, it was like... I mean, they had a cartoon. He had a fucking cartoon. Like,
he had a cartoon. You looked down like Roger Rabbit was going to appear. Hulk Hogan was going to be there.
Yeah. It was just like... He was like... All right. He was a toy.
So, who was meant for me?
From a wrestling standpoint, I mean, clearly it's Jeff Hardy.
I meant back in Hulk Hogan's.
Back in Hulk Hogan.
Obviously, it's Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin now.
I can't even imagine, like back then, like trying to think it over.
Well,
like it would have to have been like somebody from like Japan. Like I feel like if you would go back and you would watch like when the Great Muta was in the NWA at the time. Not it wasn't even WCW. It was still the NWA. And like his matches against Sting back then.
Ooh, I love me some Sting.
Like and it was like Surfer Sting.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care what kind of Sting.
Yeah.
I just like Sting.
But like he was doing shit at that time. It's like commonplace now. And so you'd be like,
do they have that stuff on streaming?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what my all-time entrance theme is? You know what? You try to guess it.
Outside of the Hardys?
Okay, we'll say outside of the Hardys because I wouldn't include the Hardys in any of my favorites because
it's obvious.
Hardys will always be number one to me. I'll be fucking 200 years old. I'll be like Hardys.
And we're also going to exclude Darby Allin's theme.
You can if you want, yeah, because it's not my favorite. As much, I even got that song on my Spotify, my favorite list now.
Like you like that song.
Yeah, I listen to it frequently, and I know all the lyrics now, and I can see why he likes them. And I have visited other stuff from that band.
Yeah,
not a shabby band, and I can see why Darby likes them.
Right.
Well, Sebastian. You ain't gonna guess it.
I'm going to guess it's probably Kingdom for Cody Rhodes. you love the whoa.
Well, it used to be Enter Sandman because that was the era I loved Metallica. But I have to say, I fucking love Judas by Fozzy, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I fucking love that song. That is actually on my list higher up than Darby Allin's. I fucking love that song. But I have visited other things from Fozzy. Not so that good. Great. Yeah. Not so great. It's like, what the fuck happened? There is this one phenomenal song and then just shit surrounding it. How did they miss but hit that one fucking bullseye? Everything else they missed. There's not one good other song on that whole entire album.
I'm not a Fozzy fan. Like, I mean, Judas has grown on me just because it's Jericho's theme, and you hear it every week. The lyrics
are so good to that song. So good. It describes it perfectly. Yeah. That's Jericho coming out.
I feel like it's that funny thing of like Jim Steinman wrote a song and he let Celine Dion sing it. And I bought a Celine Dion CD based upon that song.
I'm sorry. Those are words I never thought would come out. I bought a Celine Dion CD.
Yeah.
I heard nothing after that.
Yeah. Like that song, that first big hit she had. I can't think of the name of it. It's going to drive me nuts.
The one from the Titanic?
No, this was before the Titanic.
Thank God, because that one is so fucking overplaying. I can't even stand it anymore.
No, it's
oh my God. Wow, I gotta put this in my book of memories to never forget. The night Sean Coon said, "I bought a Celine Dion CD."
Yeah, the song. It's all coming back to me now.
Look, your cat is ashamed.
Oh yeah,
she is ashamed.
I don't blame her.
She has her face shoved into that chair so far. She's ashamed that you said that.
But so I hear this song and I'm like, wow. That song's amazing. I love this song.
Which Celine Dion song are we talking about now?
It's all coming back to me now.
Oh. No, I don't care for that song. I'm not a Celine Dion.
Neither am I.
I respect the chick greatly. She's great and all that. But
fantastic voice and all that.
Just,
but not my cup of tea.
No.
But I didn't know who she was.
Not even a guilty pleasure.
But I didn't know who she was. It was like her first big breakout in the States. And I'm like,
gotcha.
Wow, I really like his song. And so I ran out and I bought the CD thinking it was all going to sound like that.
Right.
And it doesn't. And it became this thing of like, well, why does this song sound so good and the rest of it so bad?
Fozzy.
And it's because it was written by Jim Steinman. Jim Steinman is the same guy who wrote Bat Out of Hell, Bat Out of Hell 2. He wrote all that stuff. And so she did this one song that was over the top, operatic, rock feel, but it's the only song it's like that because it's the only song she did that was written by Jim Steinman.
Is that the case with Fozzy? That one song was written by somebody else, not them?
No, I think that's just
okay. Because you had me scared because that's his intro song. It's got to be his.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or is that the only one they actually did? And
no, I think Jericho takes a great deal of pride in they write all their own stuff.
Well, he needs to just think Judas from now on. That's all I'm saying. I mean, even if you want to, if you're curious, don't. Just save the time. Don't take my word for it. It is not worth listening to. And I hate saying that. I really do because I respect the dude.
Because I went and I listened to it before
so you know what I'm talking about.
But listen, before Judas, I knew he was in Fozzy, when he was in WWE still, it was I have his band Fozzy.
Right.
I'm like, Chris Jericho's got a fucking band.
Well, it is actually amazing. A lot of these guys, what they do outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
One guy actually is does the stock market shit on Wall Street.
Oh, yeah, JBL.
What?
Yeah.
What? When do you have time to do that? It's like you are wrestling 365 days a year. When are you exchanging stocks on Wall Street?
Yeah, and and then he, when he retired, he was on Fox News all the time.
Yeah. Amazing. So Britt Baker, she's a fucking dentist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's amazing if you think people look down on wrestlers like that, and it's no, but he has a band. Yeah.
Yeah, And but I remember like looking it up, and I was just like, "Wow, this is fucking awful."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can't remember. Like I think it was like I think I had downloaded a couple of songs off of LimeWire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a word I have not heard in
Yeah.
fucking ages.
Yeah, I decided to give
Wow.
our computer AIDS and download Fozzy songs.
So that's what happened to my Dell.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know.
And it was
I
like,
helped though. I was
Yeah.
on LimeWire too.
and it was like, boy, this fucking sucks.
Which, you know what though? My friend went to see them live.
Yeah.
I gotta ask her how it was. I haven't asked her. I just saw on her Facebook
Yeah.
page that she went to see them, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous she gets to see Fozzy live." And that's before
You started listening
And I
to
was like,
music.
"Well, I gotta go. I want to hear what she's gonna hear." And I was like, I hope it sounds so much better live
Yeah.
because it's like, what the fuck is this? But in the midst of that, you have Judas.
Yeah.
So
Like
you're
they struck
fuck.
gold.
Yeah, so you have to forgive them.
Yeah.
Even though it's one song out of what, 10 or 11?
Yeah.
I don't know how many's on that CD. I didn't count. But
Yeah.
I have to forgive them because of Judas? Come on, dudes. Chris Jericho, you got to step that shit up. What is his real name? I will write him an email.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like this that's
If he would give me Judas every time, I'd probably be their biggest fan. That, because I have thought about that before. My favorite entrance theme, because
yeah.
you know me with Sandman, freaking loved Van Damme and all that. It just didn't even like Danielson, even if you're talking about today, love Britt Baker's entrance. I
Yeah.
really love her shit. So to narrow it down though, just Judas does it for me. Something I can sing along. Now I can sing along to Darby Allin's, but his is a little hard to follow.
Yeah.
Because I have to say 99.9% of the time it doesn't even play through.
Yeah.
You don't get the whole bit. Judas, it's sung to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why it's like one of my favorite, because no matter what, you were hearing that to the end.
Yeah. I think Orange Cassidy coming out to Jane.
That's good too. But if you think about it, when they're in big arenas, like
Yeah.
when they were at Wembley Stadium,
Right.
Jericho comes out to that song and everybody's singing it.
Right.
How is that man not brought to tears? I would be brought to tears that everybody's singing my song. Like every single time that would get me. Like it gets me thinking about it. You know what I mean?
But do you know where that started? Because it wasn't always that way. Like everybody didn't just sing Judas. It wasn't until Chris Jericho does a rock and wrestling cruise every year.
Okay.
And the first year of AEW, like right before the pandemic hit. So like early 2019, I think it was like February.
That's right around the time I stopped watching AEW.
Yeah, but they did they actually did the Rock and Wrestling Cruise. Okay. They did the Rock and Wrestling Cruise and they recorded it for an AEW episode of Dynamite.
Okay.
And so what you basically have is a bunch of people who love Fozzy on a cruise who also like wrestling.
Okay.
So when Jericho came out for his match that night, they all sang Judas.
Oh.
So that was the first time that happened because they were fans.
Right.
Like that so the next week
It went.
right, it kind of cascaded.
Yeah.
And then when the pandemic hit, the wrestlers sang it.
Right.
Until like they started bringing in little crowds.
Right.
So like it was like that odd thing of like the whole reason it started was because of the Rock and Wrestling cruise that they were on,
Right.
and it was just a bunch of Judas fans who were just like, okay, there's a wrestling match too,
Yeah.
and a bunch of wrestling fans,
And they're playing one of our songs we like
Right.
from a band we like.
right? And there's a bunch of wrestling fans
Yes.
who were like, oh yeah, he's in a band too,
Yeah.
So like it was like this odd collection of people,
Wow.
yeah.
But can you imagine him being standing
Oh,
there
yeah.
listening to that for the first time? you have to tear up. You cannot tell me that man was not brought to tears.
I'm sure he had a moment at some point.
Because regardless of like his villain to good guy to villain to good guy,
Right.
He's still a human being.
Right.
You know, that did something good that millions of fucking people are repeating back to you,
Right.
basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be great.
Be interesting. All right, well, before we go, I do want to regale you with a story.
A regale?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Tell you a story for your entertainment.
Why did you just say tell me?
Because regale sounds cool.
It does, but don't assume I know big words. Hey!
Anyway, so the past couple of nights, you haven't been home. You've been helping your friend Mike move. And
Yes.
last night, your sister, we're watching her cat Sylvester again. So she stopped over and she dropped Sylvester off.
Kitty, kitty.
Kitty. Well, last night, Darby misses you.
What?
He did. He was like he missed you quite a bit.
Did he? Well, I
To
missed
the
him
point
too.
that he was trying to sleep with me.
Oh, that's bad.
But here's where the real problem kicks in. Sylvester became lonely.
Oh, because Darby was with you.
Right. So I'm at 2:00 in the morning. I'm laying down to go to bed. I got Darby wedged behind, and I'm laying. The way I'm laying, he ended up being behind me, and where Sylvester couldn't see him.
Okay.
And Sabine went into her little bed hut,
Yeah.
her cabana.
Yeah, she loves that
She
thing.
does. Well, Sylvester missing Christine
Yeah.
and not having anybody to keep his attention
Right.
was all night long just.
Oh, no.
It was the saddest thing.
Oh.
But like, no matter what I would do to try to like, he wanted nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
He wanted Mama
So why
Christine.
didn't you just like throw Darby out of the nest there and say, "Go with your boy"?
At one point,
I would have
like,
did that.
At one point, I had to turn on the light because he's in like I'm like kitty, and he came in the bedroom and Darby kind of peeked over my
Yeah.
legs and saw him and kind of scrunched back down like
Oh, poor Darby.
I love Sylvester, but I need human companionship tonight.
Yeah.
And I miss my mom and Nancy, so you're gonna have to do, buddy.
But the thing about Darby, there are several layers of Darby.
There are.
The one is he gives no fucks. He is a male version of Ahsoka. He gives no fucks. He's not mean.
Yeah.
He doesn't growl. He doesn't scratch. He just wants to play and love, just like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
The other part of Darby is, I've had enough and I need a fucking break. You know what I mean? There's that part of him. And he did that a couple of times. He actually didn't do it until like day 4 of
Yeah.
Sylvester being here. And when he was in my room, he was like, please do not open that fucking door for
Yeah.
anything. Because we would leave him locked in there and you would go check on him and he would be like, I ain't fucking coming out. I need a goddamn break. Shut
Yeah.
the fucking door before he gets in here.
Yeah.
And I would have to shut my door at night with Darby with us, and he didn't even care. Like, you would get up in the middle of the night to pee and open the door, and he's like,
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
don't even have to pee. I had to keep him
Yeah.
in there from him. Because Sylvester lives with 2 dogs, and Mac is a constant dog.
Yeah.
The dog goes 24/7. So Sylvester and him play constantly.
Yeah.
So when he comes here, he needs that. And because she won't play with him, Darby actually plays. He
Yeah.
doesn't, he's not mean and shit. He plays. That's who Sylvester veers toward. But every now and then, you got to have a break.
But it was funny, like yesterday, when Sylvester arrived, like Darby came charging down the steps, like
Yeah.
Sylvester.
I would so wish I would have seen the reunion because I know he does love when Sylvester's here.
But at 2:00 in the morning, he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I ain't here."
I left with Nancy.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting when the dog is in the mix as well.
Oh, thank goodness we don't have to worry about that.
No, we do. When she goes to Italy,
Yeah, but
we're worrying about Oliver.
when's that going to be, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know when she's going. But we'll have Sylvester and Oliver, which might actually help Darby get used to dogs if he sees Sylvester the way he is with Oliver.
Well, I mean, the last time Oliver was here was a year ago.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah, and I
mean, if you remember, Darby was just this little thing on the table, and Oliver, being the moose he is, could just lay his head on the table, and Darby was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Well, I mean, I'll never forget, like, Darby came in the kitchen, and Oliver was like, "My name is Oliver. I want to be your friend." And Darby was like backward. He hissed.
He tried to hiss. He was like spittling.
Yeah. And Sabine came running and put herself between Darby and Oliver. And was like, "You need to back the fuck up."
That's right, she did.
That's my bitch.
But you know what's funny is he ain't her bitch anymore.
No.
He absolutely is not.
Darby is a pit, but the problem is Darby doesn't know this.
No, he doesn't, but he's not.
He is the most muscular cat I have ever seen in my life.
He's very muscular.
Like, and you can see because he's a short hair, and he's a very short hair. Like I've had short hair cats, but it was still like the hairs were long. Like, he's got very short hair.
Yeah, he does.
And so because of that, it like you like see like he is yoked.
Yeah, when I'm in my room playing with him with the stick, you see that with him.
Yeah.
He's like doing that shit. When you see him playing with Sylvester, you see it a lot too.
Yeah.
Like Sabine, she's chunky. Muscle or not, she's chunky.
Yeah.
She's, thick. Your nickname for her says it all.
Thickeroni and cheese.
Yeah, she is very thick. But, oh my gosh, she's just so fucking cute. When you pick her up, she's just like a little fuzzball.
She is.
I love picking her up because she's a fuzzball. She just fucking hates being picked up.
And she has the softest fur.
She does. She absolutely has the softest fur of any cat I've ever felt in my life. Hands down, there's no lie to that.
Like,
she's like a Kookaburra blanket. That's no joke.
Her entire body is as soft as Dritz's belly was.
Yes.
Like,
I
Dritz's
think
belly
softer.
was so...
I think softer.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was like...
She's a silky soft.
Yeah, very silky soft.
And it's weird because if you look at her where that copper is, it looks rough.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
But then you have Sylvester, who is the lankiest...
Yeah.
Craziest, lankiest, longest tail cat I've ever seen in my life. We got like 3 of the most different cats here.
I mean, if there was ever a barn cat,
I'm telling you,
he is a barn cat.
Lanky. He got legs. She sent me a picture of him laying down with his paws straight out one time. Them legs went on forever. I'm telling you, they were like in that tail.
Yeah.
And he walks with it straight up sometimes.
He does.
So it's funny. All you see is the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's 3 different cats you got here. And you know what? Amazingly enough, it hasn't been bad.
No, I hope tonight's better because
It hasn't been that long since between the
I'm just
visits and he's been here.
But he kept waking me up last night with the meowing. So I'm hoping that aspect of it is better.
Right, yeah. I don't know if I should keep my door shut or I don't mind keeping my door open. The problem is at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning when they decide this is the greatest time in the world to play, it's my door that they are banging in and out of constantly because my door shuts automatically. But because I have the towels on there, it doesn't shut all wet. And it's just bang, bang, bang all night long. And then they go under my bed because they can, because I don't got shit under my bed, and go around, and that's all you hear is... It's just annoying.
Yeah.
You know? And if I shut my door and I put the blankets on or something on the bottom of the door, I don't hear that as much. It doesn't wake me up. This is the only reason I was shutting my door. A couple times Darby was like, please shut me on the inside.
Yeah.
He wasn't leaving the room for nothing. So, yeah. But we were making sure he had shit. Don't worry, he wasn't in there without water and crap.
But like today, it was like I'm sitting there, I'm watching a Steeler game, and Sylvester was
Did they
walking.
win or lose?
They won.
Who did they play?
Baltimore.
Okay, go ahead. Sylvester was.
Sylvester like walking up to Darby, and I was like, almost he said, "Hey Darby, hold up," and Darby turned around, and was like looking at him, and he had like this like look of like, "What the fuck, man." When you're just looking at like the eyes are squinting a little bit, like, "What the fuck, man?" Sylvester kind of like walking up to him, like, "Man, I'm just asking to hold up. I'm gonna walk with you."
Yeah. I don't know though. Darby is I'm telling you, he's a female Ahsoka. He really is. He's like a I don't know how you can describe a cat that like it's just like friendly. He doesn't care if you pick him up. He doesn't care if you play with him. He doesn't care if you ignore him. You know what I mean? He just doesn't care. It's like the same thing like whenever you describe to me what happens at treat time.
Yeah. Like at treat time, Sabine is a brat.
She is.
Like at 8:30,
she's a spoiled brat.
Right, but she's a brat because like at 8:30 9 o'clock she feels she should be getting her treats at that point. Mm-hmm. And in fact, she broke Silent Bob.
No.
Yeah, he's got that hand like when
Yes.
he's got the hand with the cigarette
Yes.
up. The hand broke. I had to buy super glue today. I have to fix him.
Tell me when you use a super glue. I need to use it for something else so it doesn't dry up. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I got 3 little ones, so.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay.
But yeah, I gotta fix Silent Bob, so thank you, Sabine. But she knocks stuff off of like my shelves,
Right.
like, and it's like she like knocks something off and like turns around and looks at me like, "Are you gonna do something about it?"
She does have that attitude.
Like,
She's a
like,
little brat.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Turns around and looks at me like, "And
Yeah.
treats in the bowl. Problem solved."
And then at 10 o'clock you can do it again.
The math isn't that fucking hard, motherfucker. I will stop being bad when you give me what I want. That's her attitude. And of course I spray her with water and it's an hour and a half battle and while I'm working at the end of my night with her where I'm just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
You want to just kick her out of the room and shut the door.
Yeah. And she's just like, the answer is very simple.
Just give you what I want.
Just give me what I want, and this ends.
Meanwhile, you got Darby that ain't even nowhere to be
Right.
found at that point.
So come 10 o'clock, the first thing I do is pick up everything she's knocked over to make her wait. Because as I'm telling her,
Yeah.
this is what I have to do. I have to put everything back because you knocked it down, so you have to wait, or else you'd have your treats already. I'm trying to have a conversation with the cat.
I can hear you.
And like she understands me. Meanwhile, she is just pacing back and forth, meowing like meow 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 meow. Like she wants her treats. Like now it's time, motherfucker. Give me my fucking treats. Put the shit in the bowl.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
hi Sabine.
So when I do finally reach for the treats, you know, she is already she's looking at me now like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you're an hour
Yeah,
late."
look at her. She's looking at you.
It's almost 11, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why she was hitting me.
Yeah.
She's like, get him to wrap it up.
So
What was that? A half yawn?
yeah. So as
Yawn warning.
I'm putting them in the bowl, she's like headbutting me, and you know, like
She does that when I fill the dry bowls.
yeah, like she's trying to get in there, like it's her last meal.
Yes.
Like, you know, I haven't eaten since like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
No, you ate earlier today, and I watched you as I ate dinner, eat some kibble. You are fine, my little thickeroni and cheese.
You're not gonna.
Meanwhile, Darby has like,
Nah.
like he shows up like a stink bug. Like, if you have stink bugs, you know this. Like, you'll just be sitting there, and out of nowhere, it'll appear. You'll look up, and you're like, "There's a stink bug on my ceiling. Where did that come from?" So,
I was just looking at my ceiling.
yeah, like it wasn't there 7 seconds ago. You know, but it's the same thing with Darby. Like, Darby has this magical power.
does.
To, like, when Sabine enters a room, she will rub your leg to
Yeah.
announce her presence.
Oh, yeah,
and she
announces
also wants you to acknowledge her. She's like rubbing me like.
And Kitty he rings his bell.
Yeah. Darby has a bell around his neck, and he is still as silent as a fucking ninja.
He has a. I shut him in my cupboard the other day, and I promise you he was not in there when I shut that door.
Like a fucking stink bug. He just shows up. So anyway, like, Darby all of a sudden, he's just like sitting there, and he's like, yeah, man, whatever, I'm good.
I'm good.
Oh, is that for me? Those are my treats. Okay, man, thank you. I'll get to that. Meanwhile, Sabine is going to go and get need to get in here. I can't put this down until you are in position because she will eat your shit.
She is so upset that you're talking about her. Look, she's going to come up on my lap. She's on my lap.
Yeah.
I am terrified at this point.
Yeah.
Should I be terrified?
No, because she wants her treats.
It's him that's talking about you, not me. I am not talking about you.
But with Darby, I have to scoop the treats out of the container. I have to show them to him, and he's like, "Oh man, those are for me. Okay, yeah, I should get them then, man. Yeah, cool running,
cool running.
Yes.
Oh my god, should I be worried here?
No, she's fine.
She's on my lap. That is not fine.
Okay. So yeah, I mean that's
Sabine is not allowed.
And now with Sylvester.
Oh yeah, how does that go?
Well, I have to get because he's like I don't know this process.
No, because the only treat she gives him at her house.
Yeah.
Is those like push up things that are like paste or something.
Yeah.
Darby loves them, but he'll eat the fucking paper on me, so I have to put them in a bowl and set that. But she feeds them to him right out of the tube. He doesn't get dry treats, and she's like, I don't think she likes them, and I'm like, I ain't gonna tell us. Yeah. So I don't know when he first gets here. Is it confusion for him?
Like yesterday, it was like you could see I give Sabine her treats. I show Darby his and put it in his bowl, and then I grabbed the third bowl because here's the other thing is this is weird. Like I have these cat bowls upstairs. There's 2 cat bowls. I put Sabine's treats in one cat bowl, and they're connected. They're like on an angle, so that like you when the cat is eating, it's like his head's at a certain angle.
Right, they have those for dogs too. Yeah.
Well, Darby does not want to.
Darby
does not want to eat out of the bowl next to Sabine.
No.
I don't know why, so I have to have a
probably
separate.
Because she's terrifying.
So she's probably over.
She is fucking serious about her treats, man, and he knows that. He's like,
so I have to have a completely separate little bowl for Darby. God. So the last time Sylvester was here, I just thought, well, it's not going to be a problem. I'll just take Darby's bowl and I'll use that to give Sylvester his treats, and then Darby gets it. Well, that was complete chaos. So this time I actually grabbed another bowl and took it upstairs.
That's why I asked you, why aren't you just doing the third bowl?
So I have a third bowl up there for Sylvester. So yesterday I put the bowl down and I put treats in there, and Sylvester's kind of looking at me like, I'm not familiar with this process. I know I was here 2 weeks ago, but explain it to me again. This is my separate.
Is there a sheet somewhere I can read directions?
Yeah, like.
Yeah. That's because he doesn't get those kind of treats.
Right. Now, if I leave these, will Sabine eat? Sabine will eat them, you're telling me. Yeah, so I should eat these now.
Yeah, whenever I want now.
Yeah. Because
but Darby won't, so anything he leaves over, I can probably eat too then.
Right, but Sabine
before she gets to him.
Right, Sabine will eat mine and his because Darby has walked away. Like Darby will eat half and walk away. And I'm telling you, dude, they will not be there. If you're trying to save them for later.
That's the thing. Sylvester's like, I better get to them before she does.
Right,
because she's going pretty hard.
Because I mean, sometimes
but there's always food down here. That's the thing. You always get the food down here too.
Because sometimes, I will put Sabine, I will give Sabine her scoop of treats, and by the time I've gotten Darby's and I'm getting ready to put his, she's already done.
Yeah.
I have had to restrain her.
Why don't you give Darby his first?
Because he won't go first.
Gotcha.
The order has to be.
Even if you stick his face in it, yeah.
If I give him treats first, Sabine's going in. Sabine has to, and he won't fight her on it.
No, he don't.
And then more importantly, when Darby is eating his treats, if Sabine is done and she walks over to his treats, she won't just walk away. He's like, man, it ain't worth fighting over.
Yeah. It's like Dritz with Ahsoka feeding time.
Yeah.
But down here, you have the same situation. Because your princess is used to her fancy-mancy shit.
Yeah.
And Darby will eat shit. He don't care. he'll eat people food. Darby just don't care. So you put his food down, you put her food down. Now you're always on that side. You know you're on that side. Why does she have to fucking wander over here? She knows the fucking side of the bowls. Because I can see the way you put the bowls down.
Right. Because she wants to know what he's eating.
I understand that, but now the problem
But
is
also,
you got Sylvester here. You have 3 separate bowls here with 3 different food. Thank God Darby and Sylvester can share the same wet
Right.
food. Thank fucking God.
But Sabine has walked away from her food, and I've watched Darby go over and eat it.
Yes, and she'll go over and eat Darby's. And I was like, okay, you want
Yeah.
each other's foods, that's great. But I'm asking, now that Sylvester's in the mix, how difficult is that process?
Well, it hasn't been that difficult because Sylvester kind of figured it out. I'm like, come here, kitty.
If you remember, Sylvester, because Christine has the 2 dogs,
Yeah.
she has Mac, who is Shane, her oldest son's dog, but he's in Italy and they couldn't take the dog, so now it's their dog for 4 years. And they also have Oliver, the moose. So the problem is they're food whores.
Yeah.
Them 2 dogs are food whores. Mac is the worst. I have never seen a dog as big as a food whore as Mac. Food and put it on the cat tower way up on the fucking ceiling so these dogs don't get to his food. So he's very confused because it's on the floor next to 2 other cats.
Right, and also the other problem with that is we no longer have a cat tower because of Sylvester.
Right.
He wrecked that thing. Like that one time he came to visit.
Oh, it was all tilted and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped on.
I refuse to get another one.
Right. But like he like came like a bat out of hell and hit that thing, and it was just like.
Well, I don't want to get another one because the 2 that when Darby was little, that was the only time that was used, and after that, Sabine was never on. The only thing they used it for is to look out the window like the nosy little shits they are.
Yeah.
I ain't getting another one.
Right. No, I get that.
So when Kitty comes here, or Sylvester,
yeah,
it's hard for him because he's not used to being. I'm not going to say on the floor feeder because that makes him sound like royalty, but he's used to being fed at a certain elevation.
Yeah, I get that.
So I know it's got to be like an adjustment for him.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. I do have some notes from Thad.
Oh, how's this Halloween thing going? Oh my God, did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Amazing. It was. I watched it a couple times and I showed a few people too. I was like, look at this. So yeah, very good job, Thad and Mrs. Thad.
Well, Thad says, Nancy's a breath of fresh air. She is so positive. Every week I have to listen to you 2 old grumpy fucks. I vote Nancy is a permanent host. I am a member of Nancy's army.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Thad.
Yeah. Well, Ian is still out with the vid. That's why you get Nancy for a 3rd week.
Yeah,
But
poor Ian. I feel so bad. I hope he starts to feel better soon. That shit is nasty.
He also says that Nancy let the cat out of the bag. Sean is Irish.
Oh, we didn't know that?
I'm not Irish, okay? I am a mixed bag of shit. Like, I'm Irish, I'm Welsh, I'm German.
Wait, are you saying people that are more than one nationality are a mixed bag of shit?
Well, no, like there are
Because
some people.
I'm only Irish and German. That's it. Nothing
Right.
else. So I don't consider myself a mixed bag
No,
of
but
shit.
I am. Like, I mean, like, apparently my family fucked whoever.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
they didn't care.
Jeez Lord.
Like, on my great-grandfather's deathbed,
Wow.
like, he confessed we're part French. Like, it's like, I have to tell you, we're part French. He died. Like, that was his last words. We're part
Oh,
French.
my goodness.
Like, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if he was just trying to take, but he apparently didn't want to take that information to the grave. So, but I mean, like, I'm saying, like, I'm not like one, unlike like a lot of people, I'm Italian. We've kept it in the country, whatever. I can only marry an Italian girl, stuff like that, like whatever. I get that.
I don't.
Well, no, there are people who do that. Like.
I know the culture is like
right,
but who the fuck cares? That's what I.
But say. Like my family is like my grandmother called it. We're just Heinz 57. Like we're a little bit of everything.
No, I'm just saying I find it funny. Your friends didn't know that you had Irish in you.
I don't talk about it. I've never talked.
I mean, that just seems weird to me. Your hatred for Notre Dame, but you're Irish. That just seems.
But I'm not. But
it's
I'm
like
not.
An enigma to me.
I'm like 1/10 Irish.
But I'm 50, so that kind of different for me. But even if I had a little bit of me, I still want to be rooting for me.
But even then, I'm not Catholic. Like I'm not rooting. Are you rooting for the Fighting Irish or are you rooting for the Fighting Catholics? Because that's what Notre Dame is.
Okay.
Irish Catholic.
All right. So if that didn't know you were Irish, go.
Okay. So yes, no, you didn't know I was Irish.
Sorry, Dad. I didn't mean for us to go.
But I don't talk. But I don't talk about that. Is the problem? Like
I don't go around talking about my nationality either. But like my friends know I'm German and Irish.
Right, but I mean, I don't just
because we talk about like your last name. What is that up? You know what I mean? Like my maiden last name obviously is German.
Like we believe that my last name was actually spelled Kuhn. We believe it was German.
We would hope so.
And probably during World War I, it was changed to Koon.
Right.
Because of World War I.
Right.
But outside of that, like there's no. Like I guess on my mother's side there was a bit of a lineage thing. Like apparently, like you could trace my ancestry on that side back to the Mayflower. Mm-hmm. But like I'm not big on like weirdly I'm just not big on stuff like that.
Right.
Like what my heritage is, I can give a shit less. I'm American.
No, I know some people. I know people think like that, but I always wanted to like do that.
Ancestry.com, yeah.
Always, because I've asked so many aunts and uncles that used to be alive. They're no longer alive. When I was a kid, I was so obsessed with knowing. All my friends were like, I'm a little bit of Portuguese, and I'm a little bit of French, and I'm a little bit. I was German and Irish. I'm like, that's boring. So I'd be asking aunts and uncles, what else are we? German and Irish. German and Irish. Like, I never got anything but German and Irish. Nothing. Yeah. So I always wanted to see who the fuck is wrong here. Where did we come from? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know. But what does it matter? I don't even know what it matters. Just other than the knowledge of knowing.
I mean, there are those people. It's like an odd thing. Like there are people who like that. Their ancestry is a great.
No, I honestly believe we've been lied to our whole entire lives. That's right. What I feel my family has been lie, right. Because I believe there's more to the whole story of my family.
Right.
And that involves more than just being German and Irish.
Right.
Just because of shit that happened when I was a kid.
Right. Like I know, like from my perspective. For me personally, it's just never been something like because there are people who identify by their nationality,
right?
Like it's a very strong part of who they are,
right.
And it's just not me.
Well, no, I'm not saying that identifies me.
Right.
I'm just curious to know more before I die.
Right. I understand that, but like,
there's not many of me left.
Yeah.
Is the problem, and the few that are around are not going to be around in the next couple years.
Right.
Guaranteed. And I'm going to be the only one left. So I want to know. I want to know what else is out there.
Right.
Not that I'm going to contact them anyway. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Food for thought. But thank you, Thad, for the compliment. I appreciate that. I don't normally get one, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm sure
I've never been called a fresher bread there in my whole entire life.
Yeah, no. Like,
so I'm a little lightheaded over
I'm
this.
a little bumfuzzled by that myself. Cause,
Look, Sabine's like, yeah, see, Thad, you do not know her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was terrible calling some chick really bad names the last time I was on here, so I don't know how that came about. Go ahead. Oh, maybe he doesn't like her. Maybe that's one.
Maybe, but yeah, I mean, meanwhile, I'm the one getting attacked constantly for my attacks on.
You know what? Everybody I told that I said that on your podcast was like, "You ain't wrong."
Yeah.
And I mean, these are people I know that actually listen to her. And they're like, "Nope, you're not wrong." And I'm like, but I told them why I said it.
But here's the funny thing: like, I don't believe. I have to go back and double check, but I don't believe I like hashtagged Taylor Swift's name.
Oh, thank God.
Because I didn't want the Swifties coming after
Yes.
us. It may have become my highest listened to episode ever, but I also would have been like the hate tweets and everything. I was like, I don't need it.
They would have hunted me down.
Yeah. I don't want no part of that.
But I got a lot of people that are backing me up.
Yeah.
So. But only because they know the reason why I actually said it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I got company.
You do.
We have company.
Anything like to add to the proceedings there?
No, just I hope Ian starts to feel better, and you get to see him soon. And thank you for third week in a row. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, really? 3 weeks in a row?
Well, remember there are a number of different ways you can reach out and touch us. You can send us an email like Thad does each and every week, and most of the times we don't read it because it has nothing to do with the show. And that email address...
It did this time.
It did this time, yes. And that email address is pittsburghnerd@yahoo.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Pittsburgh Nerd. We're very, very easy to find. And also, we are on a number of podcasting networks. You can find us on the Tangent Bound Network, the Weeby Geeks Network, and the Pod Breed Network. Give them a Google search. They're very, very... and find all the other great podcasts they have to offer. And lastly, as always, want to thank you, dear listener, for taking the time to check us out each and every week. We can't thank you enough for your support. And on that note, the dreamer has awakened.
See ya.